Tonight on Hip on the Spot News. The G-91R performs a flyby in DCS World. The A4E Skyhawk features new updates and textures. The Hind shares the RWR with a MiG-21. And Reflected Simulations features the F-14 campaign called Fear the Bones. This and more on How I Play. Hello virtual pilots, I am Andre Celesti and today we're gonna take a look at the latest news in DCS World. And it seems we are experiencing the calm before the storm. No wonder, due to the imminent release of the MI-24P helicopter that continues to impress in the latest video tutorials from Matt Wagner. The latest updates regarding the Hind include the SPO-10 radar warning receiver that according to ED will be available with the early access launch. The RWR will recognize radar emitters and will provide visual and audible feedback. For those of you who fly the MiG-21, you will recognize the system. It's one and the same. Moving on with the weapons aiming sight, the ASP-17 will give us the functionality to adjust it and use its continuously computed impact point, or better known as CCIP function, that will give us better target accuracy over level terrain. Now with the latest update for DCS World, the VR cloud jitter is reduced, altogether with a few fixes. We will test later today the cloud issue and hopefully things are better now. Let's focus our attention to the next free map for DCS World, the highly anticipated Marianas Islands. Eagle Dynamics featured a few posts about individual points of interest, like the island of Saipan and the international airport, the port of Puerto Rico on the island and the urban areas, and in the far northern side of the map, the island of Farallon de Medinilla. We covered each island on our first video about this particular map, make sure you check it out if interested. Back then we had limited pictures and footage from the Marianas Islands in DCS World, so we came up with the idea to visit the island in Microsoft Flight Simulator in an effort to provide a good depiction of the setting and distance between the islands. From the pictures ED provided until so far, the map looks very detailed, with individual trucks and parked traffic along the roads, specific props in urban and industrial areas. All surrounded by dense vegetation, this will provide plenty of material for mission makers to work with. Once the map will be released, we will talk about the World War II setting for it that should come later, and what will we need in order to enjoy it. Until then, we can only wonder. So I was making the morning coffee for me and my wife, and I just got hit with this. Indiafoxtecho just teased the G-91R for DCS World, coming in 2 weeks. Nah, just kidding. They are developing the Air 1B Italian version, the R3 German version, and the Pan Aerobatic version. All I can say is meraviglioso! Bellissimo! They have no release window at this time, but we are happy to see this module being brought to life in DCS World. We covered this particular jet fighter in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We even used it to showcase the Marianas Islands back in one of our videos. And now it comes to DCS World. It comes to think how nice the universe responds to our desires. Now sticking with Indiafoxtecho, they posted a picture update for the MB-339, the military jet trainer and light attack aircraft designed and manufactured by Aermacchi. The developers note that they are a little behind their original schedule, but not that far from a release build, as they completed many tasks. Most of them appearing in the list they provided and marked with green for the completed ones, yellow for the ones that are in the debugging phase, and left with the ones marked by orange to be done in the future. I know many of you are waiting for this module. We are looking forward to experience it in DCS World once it's released. The community A4E Skyhawk just got its 5th beta release for the EFM with more changes and long requested features like full TACAN and ICLS support. The module also got some cosmetic improvements in and outside of the cockpit, and the first iteration of the exterior sound scheme that includes wing stress, external engine sounds, and wind rushing effect. The kneeboard also contains startup, taxi, and takeoff checklists, and emergency procedures, plus a bomb table and a case-free landing procedure explained. These are just a few worth to mention features that are available with the latest build. I linked the entire list in the video description and you can check it out. The community A4E Skyhawk project is a great example for a free module that coexists with payware aircrafts in DCS World. Next on the spot is Reflected Simulations and their upcoming F-14 Tomcat campaign called Fear the Bones, promising 15 chapters of cinematic and story-driven missions like an 80s TV series. Well, that sounds great. Not too long ago, Reflected posted that in this campaign we will get to know our squadron mates based on their personalities depicted also with custom skins. Reflected Simulations are known for their story-driven campaigns like The Big Show for the Spitfire, Hunters over the Yalu for the F-86 Sabre, or the recent F-14A model campaign called Zone 5. Coming back to the Fear the Bones campaign, our fellow YouTuber Red Kite previewed the first mission called Hello Ivan back in July 2020. You can check it out, I linked it in the video description. Until the release, we are looking forward to fly the F-14 Tomcat in another Reflected campaign. So on the channel, we are about to release a new episode in our startup series, this time featuring the MiG-15 by Belsim Tech, taking the historical jet from a cold and dark state to flight-ready status and performing a takeoff. Here's a preview. The MiG-15 was one of the first successful jet fighters with swept wings to achieve high transonic speeds. It has a vast operational history all around the world, with its first flight being recorded on December 13, 1947. Following the instructions available in the sim, we are going to go step by step in every procedure, highlighting the important switches you need to remember in order to bring this historical jet fighter to life. We will perform a cold and dark startup, we will taxi and learn to control the differential braking system, and after that, we will take off and climb to the assigned altitude. Things are looking good. We highly anticipate the release of the Hind. For all of our new members on Discord, thank you all for supporting the channel. The community is growing in a healthy way. If you find our video informative, please leave us a like, as it helps the YouTube algorithm recommend our videos for more users along the way. And subscribe to keep in touch with all the latest information on your favorite simulators and games. I am Andre Celesti, reminding you to fly safe, and I'll see you next time.